Hello, my friends. Welcome to this new podcast. My name is Liz, and today I want to speak with you about something that every English learner dreams about: how to speak English fluently and confidently. I know many of you feel nervous when speaking English. Maybe you study grammar. Maybe you read books. Maybe you listen to songs or watch movies. But when it is time to open your mouth and speak, you feel afraid. Your heart beats very fast. Your voice becomes small and you think, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? What if I forget the words? I understand this feeling because I had the same problem. When I started learning English, I was very shy. I thought my accent was bad. I thought people would not understand me. Sometimes, even when I knew the words in my head, I could not say them. I stayed quiet, and later I felt sad because I missed the chance to practice. But with time, I learned something very important. Fluency is not perfection, and confidence is not magic. Fluency is about practice, and confidence is about mindset. In this podcast, I will show you step by step how to grow both fluency and confidence until speaking English becomes natural for you. So take a notebook, take a pen, maybe take a cup of tea or coffee, and let's start this journey together. Part 1. What fluency really means. Many people believe fluency means speaking without mistakes. They think they must know all the grammar rules, all the vocabulary, and sound like a native speaker before they can be fluent. But this idea is wrong. Fluency does not mean perfection. Fluency means flow. Imagine a river. A river has water that moves forward. Sometimes the water is fast. Sometimes it is slow. Sometimes there are small stones, but the water keeps moving. That is fluency. When you speak fluently, your words move forward. You do not stop after every 2 seconds to think. Maybe you make a small mistake. Maybe your grammar is not 100% correct. Maybe you repeat a word, but your ideas continue to move. People can understand you. That is real fluency. Think about children. When a 5-year-old child speaks their first language, do they make mistakes? Yes, many mistakes. Do they forget words? Yes. But can we say they are fluent? Of course, because they can communicate their ideas naturally. So, my friend, do not wait until your English is perfect. If you wait for perfection, you will never speak. Start speaking now with the words you have. That is the first step to fluency. Part 2, what confidence really means. Now let's talk about confidence. Many learners believe confidence is something you are born with. They think, I am a shy person, so I can never be confident. But this is not true. Confidence is not something you have or don't have. Confidence is something you build. It is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. When you start speaking English, maybe you feel nervous. That is normal. But if you practice again and again, you will slowly feel more comfortable. One day you will realize, hey, I am speaking without fear. That is confidence. Confidence also comes from accepting mistakes. Nobody speaks a second language perfectly. Even native speakers make mistakes in their own language. If you accept that mistakes are part of learning, you will feel more free. So don't wait until you feel confident before speaking. Speak first, and confidence will grow step by step. Part 3. Why many learners struggle. Let's be honest. Why do so many learners study English for years, but still cannot speak fluently? There are 3 main reasons. 1. They focus too much on grammar. Grammar is important, yes, but speaking is not about rules. Speaking is about communication. If you think too much about grammar when speaking, your brain will be slow and you will stop often. 2. They are afraid of mistakes. Many learners feel they must be perfect. So when they make a mistake, they feel ashamed. This fear stops them from speaking. 3. They don't practice speaking enough. Reading and listening are important, but speaking needs speaking practice. If you only study with books and never open your mouth, you will not improve. Do you see yourself in one of these problems? Don't worry, you are not alone. I had the same struggles, and millions of learners around the world also have them. The good news is there are solutions. Part 4. The first step. Change your mindset. Before we talk about techniques, we must talk about mindset. If your mindset is wrong, no technique will help you. What is the right mindset? Believe that fluency is possible for you. Believe that mistakes are normal. Believe that practice is more important than perfection. I want you to repeat this sentence in your mind. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to communicate. Say it again. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to communicate. When you start thinking this way, your fear will become smaller and your courage will become. Part 5. Simple daily practice for fluency. Now let's move to practice. How can you train fluency every day? Here are some simple ideas. 1. Shadowing practice. Listen to a short audio in English and try to speak at the same time as the speaker. Copy the rhythm, the speed, the tone. Don't worry if you are not perfect. This helps your mouth get used to English sounds. 2. 1-minute speaking. Choose a topic, set a timer for 1 minute, and speak without stopping. Even if you don't know the word, use another word. Even if you repeat, keep going. This builds fluency because you learn to continue speaking without fear. 3. Record yourself. Use your phone to record your voice when you speak. Later, listen and notice what is good and what can be better. At first, maybe you don't like your voice. That's normal. But after a few weeks, you will hear real improvement. 4. Think in English. When you are alone, try to describe what you are doing in English. For example, I am walking to the kitchen. I want to make tea. The water is hot. This trains your brain to use English naturally. 5. Talk to yourself. Yes, it sounds funny, but it works. Stand in front of a mirror and speak to yourself in English. Pretend you are explaining something to a friend. This builds both fluency and confidence. Part 6. Real stories of learners. Let me tell you about my friend Ahmed. He studied English for 10 years in school. He could read books and pass exams, but when he met foreigners, he was silent. He told me, "Marie, I am afraid to speak because my grammar is not good." I told him, "Ahmed, forget grammar. Just try to communicate." So, we started practicing 1 minute every day. At first, he was shy, but after 1 month, he could speak for 5 minutes without stopping. His grammar was not perfect, but people understood him. And guess what? He felt proud. Now Ahmed speaks to tourists in his city, and he is not afraid anymore. This story shows that fluency and confidence come from practice, not from waiting for perfection. When people think about fluency, they imagine a big dream. Speaking like a native speaker, using advanced vocabulary, sounding perfect. But big dreams can feel heavy. If you think about the big goal every day, you may feel tired and lose motivation. The secret is to take small steps. For example, today learn 3 new words and use them in sentences. Today, practice speaking for 2 minutes without stopping. Today, listen to one podcast and repeat after the speaker. These small actions may look simple, but after 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, they create a big result. Remember this, fluency is not one big jump. It is many small steps. Part 11, why vocabulary matters for fluency. Fluency is not only about grammar or confidence. It is also about words. Words are the building blocks of language. Without enough vocabulary, it is difficult to express your ideas. But here is the problem. Many learners try to memorize long lists of words. They learn 20 or 30 words in one day, but after 1 week, they forget most of them. This is not the best way. The secret is to learn words in context. For example, don't just learn the word environment, learn it inside a sentence. We need to protect the environment from pollution. Also, use the word in your own sentence. The environment in my city is very clean. When you connect a word to a real sentence, your brain remembers it better. So, focus on learning 5 to 10 words every day, using them in speaking and writing, reviewing them often. This simple method will slowly expand your vocabulary, and with more words, your fluency will improve. Part 12. The rhythm of English. Fluency is not only about words, it is also about rhythm. English has a special music. If you only speak word by word, like a robot, people will understand you, but you will not sound fluent. Listen to native speakers. You will notice that they connect words, they stress some words, and they speak with a rhythm. For example, instead of saying, I want to go to the market, they say, I want to go to the market. Instead of, she is going to study English, they say, she's going to study English. You don't need to copy everything exactly, but listening and practicing, this rhythm will make your English sound more natural and smooth. Part 13. Thinking in English. One of the biggest secrets to fluency is thinking in English. Many learners always translate from their native language to English in their head. This translation makes speaking slow. For example, if your first language is Arabic, and you want to say, I am hungry, you think, أنا جائع, I am hungry. This translation takes time. And when you speak, you stop. But if you train your brain to think directly in English, the words come faster. How can you practice? Start with small sentences about daily life. I'm tired. I'm happy. I want tea. I need to go. When you see something, name it in English. Chair, phone, book, computer. When you walk, describe what you are doing. I'm walking to the shop. I see a dog. The dog is brown. At first it feels strange, but after some weeks, you will notice your brain becomes faster in English. Part 14. Speaking without a partner. Many learners say, I don't have a speaking partner, so I cannot practice, but this is not true. You can practice speaking alone. Here are some ideas. Mirror practice. Stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. Pretend you are speaking to someone. This improves confidence. Voice recorder. Record your speaking and listen later. Compare today's recording with one from last month. You will hear progress. Role play. Pretend you are in a cafe or at the airport or in a job interview. Speak both roles, the customer and the waiter, the passenger and the officer. Speaking alone is not strange, it is smart. Many successful learners use this technique. Part 15. Real communication, not perfect grammar. Finally, let's talk about grammar. Grammar is important, but communication is more important. Imagine this situation. You are in a restaurant. You want water? You say, I want water, please. That is correct grammar. Now imagine you say, I want water, without please. Still, people understand. Now imagine you say, I water want. Wrong grammar, but guess what? People still understand you. The purpose of speaking is not to be perfect, it is to be understood. Of course, grammar helps you be more clear, but don't let grammar stop you from opening your mouth. Every time you speak, remember this. Communication first, grammar second. Before we continue, my dear friends, I want to ask you something small. If you enjoy this podcast and if you feel it is helping you, please subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot to me, and it helps me create more content for you. So don't forget to click subscribe, and let's continue learning English together.